Going through the journey of creating your own online website has been, if nothing else, a huge learning experience. And so in this video, I really want to share with you my top 3 things I would do if I was just starting out now building my website. Okay, if you don't already know me, my name is Michelle Mahoney. I started an online bookstore at the end of July 2022, and so far I've been documenting my journey, and so that way I can help somebody else out if they want to be able to do the same thing. And so one of the things is building my own website and having that available for people to purchase books. And it's been super helpful and I love it so much. However, I do want to share my top 3 things that I wish I knew ahead of time to save me time and energy while I did this, because I have learned so much. I want to be able to share this with other people who want to start their own online bookstore as well. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first thing you should know is that I use Wix for my website. This is not sponsored, not promoting in that kind of way. I'm not getting paid to say this. This is just what I use. I love Wix. They're pretty user-friendly. They have everything that you need. And I finally have moved over like all my email and everything onto just Wix instead of having like 3 or 4 different websites. It's just way easier that way. And they have what I need. So the first thing that I would recommend if you are having a store is make sure you have all the details outlined for what you need. Okay, what do I mean by this? I mean, when you are uploading a product, you want to make sure that you know what you want to put about that product that's going to give the consumer all of the information that they need to know. For me, I have an online bookshop, and when I put my information on there, I did pretty much bare minimum, not knowing, not thinking about the future of how I was going to need and want way more information than just the information that I put. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so when you add a new product here on Wix, what it will ask you first is it a digital file or a physical file? Now for me, I am selling books. I do use the digital file, but I'll tell you about that another time. The physical option is what I'm going to choose for today. So once this pops up, you can add images, videos, you can do a collection. That's a whole other thing that I'll talk about. But what I want you to focus on here is titling the product. So making sure that you are giving a good, unique description about what it is the product is that the consumer wants. So for me, I put a book title there. I take my own pictures of the books and I add my images here. You don't want to take pictures from other people because then you're going to have to give credit to people that, you know, just don't do that. Take your own picture, especially for me. I sell pre-loved books, meaning they're already used by me or somebody else. And so I want my consumers to see what the product actually looks like today. And they're not just going to get a store-bought look of what the picture of the book is, because that's not what the book is that they're getting. They're not getting a brand new copy. They're getting a pre-loved copy. So I like to take my own pictures of what that book looks like. It does not mean that you can't stage it very well and use props and things like that. I can show more about that as well. But my point here for the website solutions is here, making sure that you're giving your proper title. The ribbon, I will show you what that means in a second. So you want to give a proper title and description. Now the ribbon here is saying something like new arrival. For me, I have been putting used copy. That way my users know that when they're coming here, just in case they've missed it saying pre-loved, they are knowing that the book that they're going to get is a used copy. And if for some reason I ever get a brand new copy of something and I want to sell that, I can say new copy or brand new copy or whatever I want to put, I want them to know. So they do give the example of like new arrivals. So I did put that on one of my stickers that I put on there earlier because it is a new arrival. The only thing with that is you're going to have to keep in contact with that and making sure that the next thing that you update, you're changing the ribbon so it goes accordingly. It's just another extra step. It's so much work. So I just want you to know, like when you do the ribbon, making sure that if you are doing it like new arrival, that you are keeping that updated for any time that you put another new product in, you're changing the old ribbon for the old product. So the ribbon, you don't have to use it at all, but if you want to really make a product stand out for a certain reason, then you may want to use that. Let me see if I can quickly go to my shop. Okay, yeah, so see how I put new arrival for the sticker that I just put in there so people can see, and then the used copy. That's what the ribbon is. That's what I'm talking about. So people can come in and see that what they're getting. And if you can tell, like, these are all my pictures that I posted. So like those are what the books look like. That's the actual condition. All right, so let's go back over here. So you want to make sure, title, description, those are pretty easy. The pricing here, you want to be able to show like how much your item is it on sale, how much per unit, the cost of your goods. These bottom boxes are for you, so you know what your profit margins are. So how much did I pay for my inventory? What's my profit and what's my margin? Okay. So for me, I'm very lucky because I'm using pre-loved books and I get so many donations. I have yet to actually pay for inventory when I started this bookstore. Now, granted, all the books I already had in my shelf, I have paid for a lot of those, but those were years ago. I really don't even know like the amounts I spent on books. So I'm just kind of calling that as a wash. But any new inventory I get so far, I've never paid for inventory. Never. So my cost of goods is always zero in that sense. And then so my profit can go there. However, I do know and understand that when I'm posting on Wix, I do have fees that way. So you have to be careful about how you're keeping your profit margins and how much you're actually making, because yes, I'm not paying for my inventory, but I am paying to use Wix's website and post things there. So there are still costs. Right now, I just don't put them there because it's not a cost of the good necessarily. I hope that makes sense. So here you can add any custom text, so allow customers to personalize the product. So depending on what your product is, if you want them to be able to personalize it, this is the field to do that. The product options, so does your product come in different options like size, color, or material? So if I was selling my shirts on here or something like that, I want to be able to add options like small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. So you can do that there. This prompted this video here is tracking inventory. So for me, I have those pre-loved books. I only typically have one copy at a time, but there are rare chances that I have more than one. And so tracking your inventory is super helpful because it lets the website know how many you have and how many people are allowed to purchase. So I do make sure now that I turn on this inventory. I update how many I have. You can make a SKU number if you want, and then you can put the shipping weight here so you know how much you're going to either charge for shipping or how much you're going to pay for shipping. Now, pre-order is also something here. So let customers buy the product before it's released or when it's out of stock. So this is definitely another option. I have not used that yet. I'm not there, but that's a cool option for the future. And then subscriptions. So easily offer your products on a recurring basis with subscriptions. So I really feel like this is if you were offering a product or a service or maybe a class or something like that, a subscription is a great option. But I want you to know, if you're not already on Wix, all the options that you have available to you. And I know that I didn't necessarily use all these options at first. My first big one was the inventory. That's super helpful. But also over here, this new one today is huge for me, and that's collections. So I finally figured out how to make it so my website is not just all books at once, because if you're a book reader, or if you're just a human in general, then you know that different books have different genres. And I could not figure out for the life of me how to really use collections until today. I really made sure I, dug deep down. I searched through Wix's website and I made sure that I knew how to use collections and how to be able to have them available on my site. So let's go over to my site so you can see this filter by option. I never had that before. It was just all the books at once. And for me as a consumer, I was like, well, this is great that all the books are there, but like, what if I only want to search for biographies or fantasies or fiction or thrillers? Like everything was just blah. And like, that's not fun for a consumer. They want to be able to search by genre so you know which kind of book that you want to get. So for me, this was amazing game changer today. And I also wanted to add stickers into my shop. And so I made it all caps with the little star there so people would know. So anytime I add something that's a little bit different, I want to highlight that for them. But then they know everything else is all, different books and genres. And honestly, the stickers might change. Like I might just have it as merch or accessories or something like that, because I also have another one which is not listed here yet because there's nothing in there, but I'll tell you guys in this video, I am making my own bookmarks to also put in here and allow a user to purchase a bookmark. So I might change my collection here from stickers to something else, but I just want you to see that you can have these filtered out options. And then I also can have someone filter by the price. So they go from the lowest amount to the highest amount that I have offered here. And it's just so great. And then look at here, you can even sort. and you can do newest, high quality, A through Z, Z through A. Like, oh my God, figuring out these buttons from going over here to the collections has been an absolute game changer. So if that's something that I could teach somebody else while they're using Wix, how to update their website and really make it good for the consumer, those are what I want to show you for sure. I really hope this video was helpful to somebody, even if it's just one other person out there. So when you are creating your own Wix website and you're having your own products updated there, that you're paying attention to having inventory options, having personalization options, using those collections. Because if you're anything like me and you want to sell more than one thing, you're going to want to have those collections. So you can sell candles and mugs and gloves and shirts all in the same shop, but you can have a different collection. Just like if you were going to any major website like Macy's or Home Goods or Kohl's or Target, you can go on and search for different items. They're a department store, right? So they have all different kinds of things. And I like to be able to have those options for my customers as well. So hopefully this video is helpful for any Wix users that are going on and they're starting their first store. I highly encourage you to make sure you go through your first listing and look at all the options that you have available to you and really outline it before you update all of your products in there. For me, I just went in and I updated like 100 items. I put 100 products in my store and then realized, oh shoot, maybe I should track my inventory. Oh wait, maybe I should put them in a collection. Oh wait, maybe they should be sorted by genre. All these things, like I just got so excited and I went on and I did it. And now I had to go back and do all the back work of changing it all. And I don't want anyone else to have to do that. So learn from my mistakes, hopefully, and do it the right way the first time. And then now I know when I go to upload my next product, I'm going to go nice and slow and put it in all the correct things that needs to be there so I don't have to go back in and like change it all or do it all again. So do it right the first time, learn from my mistakes, and hopefully this was super helpful for you. If it was helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to follow my journey on this online bookshop that I've got going. And if you have any ideas or questions or anything that you want to tell me, put them down in the comments below or reach out to me on my website or my email, which is michelle@pagesandcorners.com. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.